Welcome back. In this video, you will learn how you can effortlessly streamline your contact management process. And for this to happen, we are going to use three great tools. One is Webflow to build a super beautiful website, Brevo or Sendinblue for marketing, and HubSpot for customer relationship management. So if you're already using these three things, you're in for a treat today. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can integrate these three applications in such a way that whenever someone is going to fill your website form that you have created using Webflow, the data will not only be captured but also will be integrated in Brevo and HubSpot automatically. So that means you do not have to do anything manually and it will happen automatically like a breeze. So we are going to set up this whole workflow without any coding super simply. So I'm going to show you how you can also set up this automation. To set up the workflow of our automation, we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation tool. And to reach this page, guys, you can use the link I have pasted in the description. From here, you can sign up for free and you will get free automation tasks every month to test and set up your automation. So guys, just sign up right now from the given link, and after that you can sign in to reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. And from here guys, click on this create workflow button. Here you can provide a suitable name to your workflow. So let me give a name here. So I have given this name here. Now let me click on create button and you can see the workflow page started loading up here. And on this page guys, you will find the basic building blocks of our automation, which is the trigger and the actions. So guys, trigger is that event which is going to start our workflow and the actions are the automated responses of the trigger. So there can be many automated actions for a particular trigger. In our use case guys, getting a form submission via Webflow site is going to trigger this workflow, and the actions would be to add the details as contacts in Brevo and HubSpot. So when you click on this trigger window, it will ask you to choose the trigger application. So here you have to choose Webflow, where you have created a website form. Okay, and here use the trigger event as new form submission. All right, and here it will provide you this webhook URL. So on this URL you can receive the data of your form submissions from Webflow to here in Pabbly Connect. So for that you need to add this URL in your Webflow websites form settings. Okay, so you can see under project settings you have to add this URL. So let me show you. Here is my Webflow applications dashboard. So this is the dashboard and here I have created this site page. Okay, this is a site page I have created. From here only I am going to open the settings. Okay, and now we are in the site settings and here you will find these options. From here click on apps and integrations tab. Okay, under apps and integrations guys, when you scroll down you will find the webhooks section here. Under webhooks you have to click on this add webhook button. Here you can select the trigger type, so it is going to send the data on form submission. Okay, and here you have to provide the webhook URL, so just copy this, okay, and paste it here in this field and then click on add webhook and you can see your webhook is added here. And here you can see as you have copied the URL, it started showing waiting for the response of this connection that you have created with Webflow. Okay, now guys, it started waiting. This means now you can perform a test submission. Test submission means now I'm going to open my page, site page, and I'm going to manually fill that form. And as I'm going to fill the form and submit the form, the data will be captured here as the test data to set up the automation further. Let me show you. This is my site page. Let me just open it. So this is a site I have created. I am not professional in creating site pages via Webflow, so it's a bit clumsy, but you can customize it. And here I am asking for the name, email address, phone number, and gender of any person. So here I'm just going to fill in the test details. So let's say the name of a person who is filling the form is test name only. Here I'm going to fill the email address as testn@pabblytuts.com. Okay, here let me just use a dummy phone number and let's say the gender is female. Okay, now I'm going to click on submit and you can see the form is submitted. Right, now let's check in our workflow if we have received the data, and here you can see guys we got the data captured, and here you can see the details: test name, female, number, and the email address. Everything is captured here. Now with the help of this data, first of all I'm going to create a contact in Brevo, which is a relationship management tool or marketing tool. So search for Brevo here and select the action event here as create or update contact. Click on connect button. From here select add new connection, and here you can see it is asking for the domain of your Brevo account and the API key. So guys, you can get the key from SMTP and API page from Brevo account. Let me show you that. So this is my Brevo account, and here from the top search bar you can see the SMTP, sorry, not the top search bar, here from this icon you can see the SMTP and API options selected, and under this page you will find the API keys option. Here guys, you can generate a API key by clicking on this generate new key button. Here you can provide any name to this key and then click on generate, and your version 3 key will be generated. Just copy it, paste it here like this. And for the domain name, you can read in the help text. This is how you should put your domain name. Here you just need to erase this Brevo, and after this API dot you have to put your domain name. So guys, when you open your account of Brevo, you can see in the top search bar this is the site URL, and here it is showing app.brevo.com. so Brevo is the is my domain name. Your domain name can be different, but my domain name is Brevo only, so I have put it here. Now after putting these two things, click on save and you will be connected with Brevo account. Right, and here it will ask for providing the email address of the person to whom you add as a contact. So I'm going to map the details asking that has been asked here from the trigger step. In the trigger, I have received these labels in which I have the data of a person who have filled our form. So I'm going to map the labels here in these fields. So to map a label, you just have to click on the field and the previous step will appear here in the drop down. And when you click on it, you will find the data like this. So from here, click on this email label to map it. If you want this email to be blacklisted, you can make it true or false. I'm making it false. For SMS, also I'm making it false. Here you can select a list of contacts that you have in Brevo in which you want to add this contact. So I'm selecting this contacts list only. This is the name of my list. Okay, and here you can see we have first name, last name, etc, etc. And here you can see we have received the name in this data name label, but we have first name and last name together, but it is asking separately. So what we can do, we can separate first name and the last name using a feature of Pabbly Connect which is called text formatter. So after trigger, you can see this plus icon, just click on it, and before the third step I have added a second step, and here I am going to search for text formatter. And the action event would be split text. Select split text, then click on connect, and it will ask you to provide the text that you want to split. So here I'm going to map the data name label from the trigger. Just click here, and from the first step map this label. Here it is asking for the separator, so this space in between the first and the last name is the separator. So here you can just use this format given to add space as the separator. Just copy this space, paste it here, and here it is asking for the segment index. So here I'm going to select all. So here actually it is asking which part you want to split out, first part, second part, last part. So I want both of these things, so I'm selecting all option, and after this click on save and send test request button. And here you can see guys, we got this result. So here we have result 0 label which is showing us this value, and result 1 label which is showing this value. Right, now after getting this data, I can map the data here in these fields. So now when you click here you can see the previous steps are not appearing because I have added second step after third. So you need to create your workflow sequentially. So now we need to refresh our connection with Brevo. So you can click on this refresh option. All right, so our connection is refreshed. Now just scroll down and click here and the previous steps will appear. So from the second step, map this result 0, sorry, not the 0, result 1 label in the last name and result 0 label in the first name, right? And here it is asking for the amount, notes, title, many things. You can enter the data if you have. If the person has opted in, you can make it true or false. Okay, and now finally you can test your connection with Brevo by clicking on save and send test request button, and a new contact will be added in your contacts list. So these are all my lists, and here is the list I have selected named as contacts. Under contacts list, I have right now 3 contacts. Let's test our connection. I am clicking on save and send test request button. And here it started showing a new ID that has been generated for a contact. That means we got a new contact here. Let me refresh my list here. And here you can see, guys, we got a 4th contact added named as test name. Okay. So this was the same contact I have mapped here and it got added in Brevo. Okay. So our connection is working fine. And the next step would be to add the same contact in HubSpot. So add one more action step. And here you need to connect with HubSpot. Search for HubSpot here. And select the action event as create a contact. Then click on connect button. From here select add new connection. Then click on connect with HubSpot CRM. So it might bring you to the login window if you are not logged in, but I have already logged in here. So it is just asking me to select the account name and then click on choose account to give the access to your HubSpot account. And you will be connected with HubSpot in a moment. So we are now connected and here started asking for the coaching institute name, company number. So my HubSpot CRM is customized or configured for a coaching institute. So I'm selecting the name of the institute. Here it is asking for the company number. If you have, you can provide it here. It shows you numerous fields, guys. You can fill it numerous data, but right now we have a few things only that we can map from the trigger, like the gender. So I'm mapping the gender here, and here it will show you the member email and the status. You can make it, and then lead status you can select. The things that you're selecting manually is going to remain static, but the things that you map in these fields, guys, are going to change with every new execution of the workflow. Okay, so that's why it is necessary to map the labels here. So here you can see started asking for the first name, which we can map from the second step, and then we have the last name, which we can map from the second step, right? Email address we also have in the trigger, and phone number as well, right? So we are done setting up, we are done mapping the data which I have already, I have right now with me. If you have many other things, you can map all the data. But right now, I'm just going to leave all the fields blank, which are not required. And now we can test the connection by clicking on save and send test request, and a new contact will be added in our HubSpot CRM. So these are the contacts right now I have in HubSpot. Let us check our connection. I'm clicking on save and send test request button here. And here you can see, guys, we have received this response. We got a new ID generated. Okay, let's check in HubSpot. I'm going to refresh this page. And here you can see a new contact named as test name got added here with the same details. So this is how it is going to work, guys. So we are done setting up this automation, and you have to set up it only once. After that, it is going to work automatically whenever the trigger event occurs. That means whenever someone is going to fill your website form, the workflow is going to trigger and add the data in HubSpot and Brevo automatically. And I'm going to paste the link of this workflow in the description so that you can clone this workflow in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly. Guys, thank you so much for watching our video, and please let us know how our automation ideas are helping you in the comment section. And if you have any queries related to this application, please ask your queries from this forum link, and do check the pricing of this application from this link. And guys, we are open to ideas. If you want us that we should make videos on other aspects of your business, please do let us know in the comment section. And if you like our work, please subscribe to our channel.